Hi, here's a little tip, a little piece of advice. I'm working on this portrait and I thought, well, let's show you something. This is a sable brush. I believe that's the term. This is a thicker sable brush. And oftentimes you want such a brush to have a very sharp point. And you can work in detail here. But that's one thing I noticed in previous paintings, and I like a sort of soft focus effect. So I do not always want it to be very sharp. So you can take a brush that is actually a little bit too large for the details, or you can take a brush which is a bit older. Let's see. I mean, sometimes you have these brushes which do not really have a sharp point. So sometimes older brushes which do not have a sharp point can be very handy to work with. You don't see much effect now, but I just wanted to let you know that sometimes there is great use for painting for brushes that are old and worn out a little and that do not have this sharp point anymore, and you can get a sort of soft focus effect in your painting. When I'm painting the eyes, for example, I may not want to have all the details very sharp. I want a little bit of blur in them. So when you have a brush which is a little bit larger than you would normally use for this, for fine detail, and there's not a sharp point, you can use that and try to work in the paint as much as possible to give it a bit of a soft focus effect. It helps. I noticed, because I once made a painting with very sharp brushes and something about that painting I didn't like, and I'm not saying that they should all be old brushes. You also need these sharper ones, but that's just a little tip to take away.